My name is Pontius Pilatos. You probably know me as Pontius Pilate. History will judge me as the man who condemned the Christ to death. And that is true, but there is more to the story. As the governor of Judea, my primary job was to maintain the Pax Romana, the Roman peace that was imposed on all subject lands. I was no friend to the Jews. They hated me. I was the local sign of who they considered the oppressors. They had frequently complained about me, all the way to Caesar. But I remember this day more than any other day. A crowd, a rabble, led by the Sanhedrin, the chief priests and the rabbis, brought this man Jesus to me, hurling accusations at him, making claims about him that I knew were not true. So when they brought him to me, I asked him, "Are you the king of the Jews?" His only response to me was, "You have said it." And they continued to shout and accuse him. And unlike many men, because I've judged many men, some cried, some pleaded for their lives, he was simply silent in the face of their accusations. They said, "He's called himself a king. He's denied that we should pay taxes to Caesar." They were wise, because these were offenses that called for death. But I knew that he was innocent. I tried to reason with them, and they continued to make accusations. They said, "He has spread revolution and perversion among the people from Galilee to here." And there I thought I saw my way out. Because if he was from Galilee, I could refer him to Herod to be judged. So I sent him to Herod. Herod was so glad to see him because he hoped that he would see some miracle from him. But when he maintained his silence, they simply mocked him, dressed him in a gorgeous robe, and sent him back to me. I told the leaders of the Jews, "I find no fault in this man." And they said, "You're not loyal to Caesar because he has called himself king." It was common at the Passover for me to release a prisoner to the people. And in our prison, we had Barabbas. Barabbas was a thief and a murderer who had helped lead an uprising, was worthy of death himself. And I thought to release Jesus to them, as was our custom, but they said, "Give us Barabbas instead." And I knew at this point that there was no choice except to condemn this man. But 3 times I told them, "I find no fault with this man." And they shouted more the louder, "Crucify him, crucify him." At the judgment seat, my wife sent word to me, "Have nothing to do with this just man, because I have been troubled in dreams about him this very day." But I knew what I had to do. I released Barabbas, the thief and murderer, to them. And I washed my hands in front of them. And I said, "My hands are clean of the blood of this innocent man." And they shouted, "His blood be upon us and upon our children." So I sent him away to be scourged and crucified. And though I washed my hands that day and have washed them many times since, I know that I can never wash the blood of that innocent man from my hands.